Hey there guys, welcome back to another episode of Monster Squad, and in this one we're going to be attacking floor 29. Sorry about the long wait, my phone died, my charger got lost, my computer's on fire, my house burnt down, my dog ate it, whatever the excuse is, I apologize, here we go. So, this floor, the boss is going to be very defense heavy. Only bleed and other effects similar to bleed like chill and poison will be able to damage him. So, we're going to be using an Anubis monster as our leader. You can use whatever AoE or single target bleed monster as your leader as you please, but Anubises do work best. Anubai, I think? Yeah, Anubai work best. And then we also want one heavy single target bleed damage dealer in our sub team. For this one, I've got a Manticore in the middle as you see there. Now, your other two monsters are toss-ups. They can really be whatever you want. I throw in a Zakum because of the HP passive and the enemy damage reduction ability he has, and a Spooking because he has the damage buff for our team, along with it also HP passive and a heal. So those work perfectly together. So let's get started with this team. It's really simple. I've got a fever bar. We're going to be using that as well in this room. As you can see, we're just going to basically just go through the floor, through the motions, just hit our buttons. We're going to be saving up the mana for our bleed. You can also throw in some MP recovery magic stones on your Anubis if you're having trouble with this, get those bleeds out a little bit faster. They're not really going to matter on the last row because we're going to be pumping out that fever so we can get that massive amount of bleed damage on there. But these first few floors are really simple. You're just going to want to throw up the bleed, you're going to throw up a heal, and I've actually noticed turning off the accelerated combat is a little bit better because it lets you hit the buttons on your own time and you don't miss those crucial 1 second, 2 second gaps in between. It really does help at the end of the day because, every second counts in these floors since they're floor 29 and 30. They're very difficult. The monsters hit you hard, they don't take a lot of damage, and you want to make sure you are getting 100% efficiency. So just to make sure we get that, we're going to turn accelerated combat off. If you don't want to, don't do it. It's fine. You can finish the rooms a little bit faster. But I like to do it just to be sure that I win. Each ticket takes 2 hours to come back, so that's a long time of recharge, man. I've run so many dungeons, it's incredible how little good gems I'm getting. So, as you can see on stage 2, I'm just going to go ahead and throw out the bleeds for time's sake, and I'm actually not going to finish off this little Mactron leader here because I want him to hit me a few times so my fever bar goes up a little bit. He has an AoE damage ability like that one right there, which gets you 23 points on the fever bar. Now that's fantastic. If you can get him to pump that out a few times, we want to make sure we have 100% fever or close to 100% fever when the next room starts. On stage 3, we're going to want to pop out maximum damage with that full fever for the bleeds because the boss just has so much HP. So much HP that we run out of time. This isn't a very dangerous floor. Floor 29 is really easy. You just won't die, but you just won't kill the guy before you win. So before the time runs out, sorry. You're just going to run out of time before you can kill him. So, the whole point here is to use our time efficiently. The reason we popped Fever at the beginning of this stage was so we had enough time at the end here to just let this Mactron beat the shit out of us so we got enough Fever points. Now that we do, we're just going to keep on using Manticore's bleed single target ability to get that guy down, and as soon as this stage starts, we're going to whoop some ass. We're going to wait for Spooking's ability to be up so we can get that damage buff. We're going to pop the damage buff, pop Fever, and we're just going to bleed the shit out of this guy. We're going to keep hitting that button. Look, I'm hitting it so fast, the thing doesn't even come off the freaking screen. You just see dots. And then we'll just keep bleeding this asshole, and Fever does run out. I get an extra little bleed in, but you can see how many 2800s are taken on that guy. And it gets him down to about, I want to say 20%. That seems about right eyeballing. Now, this is where you can get really unlucky. If he starts shielding up like a madman, you can just straight up lose here because you just don't have enough damage. But as long as you keep using your heal on time and you keep pumping out the bleeds with the heal bonus damage, you're good to go. Keep pumping that out. You don't even really need Zakum there. Honestly, you could replace Zakum with another damage-dealing bleed monster. Even if it's not a, one that synergizes well with your team, go ahead and throw another damage dealer on there. I actually didn't even realize that. You could throw that guy on there and finish these rooms much easier. So, there you go. We learned something. I learned something. I hope you learned something. We're doing fantastic here. And, yeah, this guy is just a loser. I popped the fever here at the end just because I started panicking. I was like, oh my god, I'm not going to finish it in time. But I was definitely going to finish it in time. And that was my phone ringing. I'm so popular. Oh shit, it's work. Nope, not texting them back. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this really does help you out. We're one floor away from finishing this entire series up, and I hope this entire series has been informative and increases your efficiency, because that is why we're here. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you on the last floor.